exciting product on the floor.
Andrea, Daley, and Latasha Lattimore ready at center court. The ball is live and we are underway in ACC play. Virginia in their home whites and Boston College in their road grays, as Virginia with an early turnover to start this one out, and that's been a problem for them, coach, coming into this game. So we'll check out the Boston College starting lineups there. Teya Wagner, who is their leading scorer so far this season. And obviously Sidberry in there, who just had her best game of the season.
Virginia had a lot of success against Auburn in a 3-2 zone with Lattimore at the top, and she's on that zone, on the top of that zone to start this game.
Underneath, it almost looked like Lauterbach got a piece of it, but the first bucket goes in for Nene Njai, averaging 4.1 points per game. On the other side for Virginia now, obviously the stud Kimora Johnson. If there was a sophomore slump for a player, coach, she doesn't know what that is.
Not even a little bit. She has that it factor. She is a star and has great leadership ability.
Second turnover in as many possessions for Virginia to start off this game. Thompson inside, and they'll collect their first turnover of the contest. Some sloppy basketball to start off with. Hurd missed everything on that three. Vaughn in the corner. Didn't get there in time, so three sloppy possessions now for Virginia and Boston College.
Yeah, both teams still struggling a little bit for their identity on the offensive end, in particular Boston College and Coach Mack. Virginia, of course, has a cure for that in Kimora Johnson most nights.
Yeah.
She can take over the game.
Johnson, a preseason All-ACC team selection. Njai, and a kick ball.
Njai just in her second start out of Senegal, just a sophomore. Started the other night against Arkansas. Coach Mack trying to shake up the lineup a little bit.
Well, Coach Mack also wants players that can, you know, move and have quickness to their steps on the floor.
Yeah, this is not a really big team, Boston College, but they are a very athletic team. They can switch people 1 through 5. You see them a little bit right here. They'll play a 2-3 zone also, but a very aggressive zone. Matter of fact, everything they do defensively is aggressive.
Yeah, and Coach Mack did tell us that sometimes your athleticism will get you wins over just pure skill. Turnover there.
Speaking of athleticism.
Wagner, no. Rebound, put back, yes. That one goes for Andrea Daley.
Yeah, another senior. This is a veteran Boston College team. A lot of experience on this team. Starters coming back.
Another turnover for the Cavaliers. Bounce pass inside. Daley creating room and the foul. So far, Coach, 4 turnovers for Virginia.
Yeah, it's easy to create high percentage offense when you can start the offensive possession with your defense. Teya Wagner, an outstanding defender. All ACC defensive team last year. Second all-time at Boston College in steals.
And I know we were talking about Sidberry, who's 5th in the conference in steals. Wagner's not far behind her. She's 9th at 2.3 steals per game. Gets her first one there.
Yeah, they create a huge percentage of their points out of turnovers. 32% of their offense comes off the opponent's turnovers. Virginia's had a lot of different starting lineups, and that has contributed to the inconsistency on the offensive end and the chemistry that creates these turnovers for Coach Mack's group.
5th turnover now for the Cavaliers. 3 on the way. That one is off the mark, and a second chance opportunity for Boston College. Last game, they had a season-high 24 offensive rebounds against Arkansas. Hurd got up there for the block, and now comes back the other way and will be fouled. So the freshman sensation, Brianna Hurd, early here, getting a block and then getting it right back.
You've got Brianna Hurd at 6'2", defending the paint. Here she is with doing a nice job of going straight up. You've got Lauterbach in there. You've got Lattimore in there. You've got some shot blockers on that defensive end for Virginia.
Now Virginia just needs to get a couple shots up. They've only gotten one shot so far. Boston College on an early 6-0 run. So Kimora Johnson in the corner. Lattimore down the lane, had that one stuffed, got it right back. She is so strong and versatile down low, and the way she maneuvers on the block is almost unguardable.
What an athlete, what an athlete. The transfer from Miami and Texas before that. Has a long-time relationship with Coach Mox. Ended up here in Charlottesville.
And look, she'll be playing up top in this 1-2-2 zone. They kick this one out to the side. 3 balls still not falling for Boston College.
Incha hadn't played enough to take a whole lot of threes, but very comfortable facing the basket.
Hurd inside and fouled.
Yeah, and Hurd should thank Yonta Vaughn. Yonta Vaughn kept that ball alive.
Virginia 1 for 4 from the field to start off this game. Boston College 2 for 7 on the other side. Now with Brianna Hurd at the line, who shoots free throws at a 60% clip. So let's talk about the freshman here, Coach. Her scoring output has dipped in the last 3 games. She is 7 for her last 22 from the field, dating back to their game against Washington State.
Yeah, and even a little bit longer than that. She's 5 of her last 30 from three-point land.
There you go.
But got off to a great start this year. Is going to be a really good player. But all freshmen hit that wall a little bit.
Yeah.
This is a completely different schedule than anything she's ever gone through before.
Yeah. And up until that point, actually, she had scored 10 or more points in every single one of her games before that. Inside, the floater will not fall for Todd. And now our first jump ball of the game, and it stays over here.
Lattimore and Sidberry, we'll call their names multiple times. Tied up inside.
Lattimore is averaging just under 1 steal per game as well. Has recorded 1 or more blocks in every single game she's played in this season. Still hunting for our first 3 in this game from both sides.
Tiana Todd had a good look right there. Coach Mack thinks she could be the consistent scorer they need.
Ivy left that one short, and Lattimore hauls that one in. She's number 4 in the ACC in defensive rebounds. Other side.
And that's where Virginia is at their best, in transition. That was one of Coach Mack's keys. Get back, because Virginia is very efficient when they're out in numbers.
Boston College hasn't scored in over 2 minutes of play. Todd will open this up from distance.
She is their best shooter. 44% from 3.
She averages the most minutes per game for Boston College at 28.5. Lattimore, well, she walked from her hometown of Toronto.
Shuffled those feet a little bit, going against one of the best defenders in the ACC, and Dontavia Wagner, the Nashville, Tennessee native, and the transfer from NC State.
Yep.
She was Miss Basketball in the state of Tennessee.
So, Coach, this zone looks like it's been working so far. Boston College has 1 for their last 7 from the field, and there's Johnson on the steal. Johnson making a move, spins in, Grays goes up, and is fouled. Boston College by 4 with under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. The first quarter of our ACC tip-off, Coach, and both of these coaches have been hanging their hat defensively.
Yeah, and Boston College creates a lot of their offense out of defense. You see it right here, the steal, then the basket in transition. Another good job deflecting right there, looking down the floor, trying to push it up, get the numbers. And 6 turnovers for Virginia so far, and 4 offensive rebounds in addition to the 4 turnovers. And Boston College has outshot Virginia 11 field goal attempts to just 5.
And you see Boston College has done a lot better there when converting on those turnovers and turning those turnovers into points.
That's such a big part of their offense right now. They haven't really gotten a consistent effort on the offensive end other than scoring off of turnovers.
So Riley Gray's at the line now, shooting 59% from the charity stripe. By the way, Boston College so far in this game, Coach, has taken 6 more shots from the field, but they only lead by 3.
Yeah, Virginia doing a pretty good job on the defensive end, too. Boston College just 1 for 5 from long range.
Yep, and they're 1 for their last 7 from the field.
Got to penetrate that zone. That's a good place to get it, the high post.
Samuel, they kick it outside. Ivy missed everything, and Johnson a rebound. Johnson's coming off a career high in rebounds and luckily snuck that one over to the right side, and a turnover there by Dunbar.
Dunbar, the freshman out of Narrows, Virginia.
Some sloppy basketball here. Johnson down the lane with the reverse. Johnson with the right hand with their back to the basket.
Yeah, if you're having trouble completing passes, just don't pass it.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and score, Kamora Johnson.
Kamora Johnson averaging 19.1 points per game this season. That's 4th in the ACC.
Another offensive rebound. See if it results in points.
So Coach Mack really was talking about offensive boards in this one. Sidberry not able to get that one.
Kamora Johnson just scored so many different ways. Here, using her body to protect the basketball, a reverse dribble with the right hand falling away. She is so much fun to watch.
She is fantastic. She's being more aggressive, specifically on defense, as well as Hurd misses that jump shot.
That's a good look for her. Mid-range jump shot. Rushed that just a little bit, it looked like.
Samuel. 3 by Daley. Daley's one of those players who can create her own shot, though, for Boston College. Virginia, another travel, and that's going to be their 8th turnover.
Yeah, and that's a little unforced right there. It's one thing when the defense is putting some pressure on you and getting their hands on the ball. It's another thing just to give one away.
Virginia is averaging 18.3 turnovers in their 4 losses this season. They're already at 8 with still quite a few minutes to play here in the first quarter. Ivy back out. Todd loading up and scoring from deep.
And that's what you do. Get it inside the zone. Then if the zone collapses, kick it back out. Todd, the beneficiary on that one.
Todd did not get the start in their last game now. That 3 finally falls from the outside for Virginia.
She is really a good shooter. Hadn't gotten a lot of time this year. Peyton Dunbar, the freshman.
Didn't play in their last contest. Other side.
You talked about Andrea Daley being able to create her own offense. You saw it right there, slicing through the zone.
So that layup will fall for Andrea Daley, and a chance to convert on the 3-point play. Second personal foul on the defense here. Daley left that one short. Inside, Hurd, one dribble, missed it, got it right back. Second time's the charm, Coach.
Yeah, amazing how good Virginia is in transition. Make or miss, they can push it down the floor. They want to play fast.
Brianna Hurd 5 points in 30 minutes of play in their last contest as she comes down with the rebound and goes the other way. She's fouled.
Nice move by Kennedy Jackson right there, but couldn't finish. Transfer from Oklahoma State.
Yeah, Kennedy Jackson is another one of the players that they've been hanging their hat on to grab some boards, which has been a little bit of a problem for Boston College this season. They're 17th in the ACC in rebounds.
Yeah, and no problem for Virginia, a very good rebounding basketball team.
Yep, #2 in the ACC right now, Coach. Johnson from deep. Little frustration on offense here for Virginia.
Yeah, there was some miscommunication or some lack of communication maybe. But Kimora Johnson, the leader, setting everybody straight for the next trip down the floor. That's what you want to see. Just a sophomore, but this is her team.
Yep. Multiple travels called on both sides now.
Again, that was, good defense running at the shooter. Todd moving a little bit too quickly right there.
A minute and a half to play here in the first quarter. Both sides not shooting very well from distance so far. Virginia 1 for 4. Boston College 2 for 9. Quite a few turnovers here. Dunbar catch and shoot.
Good battle inside.
Eagles look like they were off to the races there. Now Todd will try it and cash it.
Did we say she was their best shooter?
Yeah, well, you might have mentioned it. So with a minute and 2 left to go in the first quarter, Boston College still with a 4-point lead over Virginia. ESPN Plus content is now on Disney Plus. Bundle subscribers can stream live events, original content, and studio shows from ESPN Plus. Start streaming now. We're back out here at John Paul Jones Arena, Coach. And there's been a lot of turnovers so far, 13 between the two of these teams.
Yeah, and Boston College looking to pick up full court here on the dead ball. They'll do it a couple different ways. Sometimes they'll give you a zone look. They like to do man-to-man and trap the first pass.
Hurd to inbound.
Which Virginia can break that press, they'll have numbers.
And now they have Lattimore wide open lane cruising into a finish.
Yeah, I think 3-on-0 is a really good opportunity.
Those numbers do look good on paper as well.
Like we said, if they can break the press, they're in business.
Todd's elbow J is smooth.
Speaking in business.
Todd already with 11 points in the game. She's now had 6 games in double figures, and Lattimore can't be stopped down low. Goes up strong for the finish.
Yeah, if Virginia can run their offense through the posts like that, it's going to open up a lot of opportunities. Lattimore with a really nice one-on-one move.
She's got 6, 3 of 4 from the field. Closing seconds here in the first quarter as the shot clock is off. Game clock ticking down to 5. In the corner, Todd, who's been sharp, and she'll continue this streak.
Todd feeling it with her. They'll communicate that and find out where Todd is.
Boston College with a 5-point lead here to start the second quarter of action. And we have a foul on the floor. That's going to go against Athena Tomlinson, who checks in for Boston College.
You've got to penetrate the zone. You can do it with the pass. You can do it getting it to the high post, looking low, or you can do it off the dribble like Kimora Johnson did right there.
So it's the efficient shooting of Todd that really has Boston College ahead. As you see, much of their team has not actually shot well. Lattimore inside Grays, creating some room up with the left hand and one.
Riley Grays, transfer from North Carolina. Saw her out here early today working with the assistant coach, working on her game. Exactly on this kind of move. Here's the shot fake, play through the contact. Just a sophomore. Got a lot of good basketball ahead of this young lady.
Misses the free throw. 3 points, though, for Grays. Loose ball. Now the Eagles will reset the offense. So far, they're still 4 of 11 from deep. All of those from Todd. Now they get a shot inside. Nene Enchai with the bucket.
Yeah, she schooled the freshman right there. Got her on the block, backed her down. Little turnaround layup.
Enchai was looking to find her groove the last few games and found it against Arkansas. Had a season high 9 points. Dunbar 3. That's the big freshman for Virginia, getting it back, and she's going to go to the line again to shoot 2. So one thing that Hurd has done in this game, then maybe what you saw in the last few games, Coach, is she's inside, she's rebounding offensively, but then she's going up strong and now getting to the free throw line a little bit more.
Yeah, and if you're struggling scoring, you want to get to the free throw line. Brianna Hurd, the best offensive rebounder on this Virginia basketball team.
Hurd from the line, already 1 for 2 in the game so far, and misses the first. Coming up at 4 on ACC Network, the start of ACC play continues at Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham, where number 8 Duke hosts Virginia Tech. Hurd splits the free throws.
Duke, one of the best teams in the country. Really get after you on the defensive end.
Well, like you always say, Coach, the SEC and the ACC, 2 of the best conferences for women's basketball in the country.
Yeah, no question. High level, fun to watch, some great matchups. And starting here in December with the extended conferences, expanded conferences.
Yep. Makes it more exciting. Sidberry left wide open down low.
A lack of discipline on the backside of the zone right there, and a really nice cut by the veteran, Teya Sidberry.
10 points in the paint so far for Boston College in this game. Virginia trailing by 6. Casey Valenti-Paya now in the game for Virginia as well. Hurd in the lane, traveled.
They got to read the situation a little bit better. She put herself in harm's way right there in terms of taking care of the basketball. The defense comes at you, you've got to kick the ball onto the next player.
That's the 9th turnover of the first half.
Interesting that both teams have continued to play zone. Virginia looks like they're going to switch back to man-to-man right now. And they are.
They did indeed. So here's Thompson. She's guarded by Johnson. Now Todd as Johnson steps up. Nice move. The float, the finish. Crafty move there by Todd, who said, you know what, let me have this dance.
Yeah, you've seen me shoot it from out here. I can do more than that. Show a little mid-range right there, Tiana Todd.
Johnson back out. Hurd catch and shoot 3.
That was good basketball right there. Got a wide open look for Virginia.
Sidberry holding that rebound. She leads this team in rebounds and is number 8.
Tiana Todd, we've seen her shoot from long range, but she has more to her game. The change of pace behind her back, gets to the mid-level. Watch this. Little shake and bake. Got to get a Talladega Nights reference in there, right?
I loved it, Coach. It's my favorite movie of all time. Sidberry in the corner. So Boston College, up until that point, was 4 for 11 from 3, now 4 for 12. The interesting thing about them, though, is that they're 5-1 when shooting 42.5% when attempting fewer than 23s, but they're well on their way to be way over that as Johnson was trapped in the corner there. Valenti Paya down the lane, and that one was swatted away. Tatum Green. And the foul by Odessa Noyan.
Yeah, Tatum Green, one of the freshmen on this veteran team. She and Athena Tomlinson get some time.
Tatum Green has only played in a handful of minutes in her last few games, only 7 in their game on Thursday, which they lost against Arkansas 75-64. Well, coming up tonight, we've got an exciting men's basketball game on deck for you on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Freshman phenom Cooper Flagg leads number 9 Duke against Chucky Hepburn and 5-3 Louisville. Our coverage tips at 6 Eastern from the KFC Yum Center.
You've been waiting to say that,
Got it in,
you?
Coach. I did it.
Love the Yum Center.
Shot clock issue there.
Yeah, 29 after they dribbled it up past midcourt. Something's not right.
I'm no mathematician, but that doesn't add up.
No. Boston College has done a good job in this zone of not only forcing turnovers, but taking away three-point opportunities from Virginia, just 1 for 7 from long range.
Yeah, and Virginia hasn't scored in over 2.5 minutes of play, Coach.
Yeah, those droughts are killers right there.
Boston College and Virginia both 6-4 on the season. Boston College has had some trouble on the road in the last 2 seasons, Coach. They were 2-10 away last year, 1-2 on the road this year, and that's something we talked to Coach Mack about is, you know, having some trouble on the road. And she said even that Harvard loss, like going to Harvard and losing.
Yeah, kind of shook them up a little bit. Yeah, sure did. And then they stepped up in the competition. But I like this basketball team. I like both these basketball teams if they can find a little consistency on the offensive end. And they're completely different. Virginia has some size. Boston College is smaller, but very athletic.
Yeah, they're quick. Catch and shoot, Noyan. Front ironed it.
Noyan getting some action after missing an extended time due to illness. He's a very valuable player. Kind of a stretch 4, can play multiple positions.
Cash money from deep. Tatum Green, the freshman.
Yeah, came in 2 for 7 from long range, but at 6'3", she's really a perimeter player. She's a big wing.
And she's really starting to come into her own. And another travel called for Virginia. What is it with all these moving parts, Coach?
Yeah, just trying to go a little bit too quick. We had a really nice play, a skip pass and then a pass into the high post, and Lattimore just got a little bit anxious.
Nice take there by Sidberry, just missed it.
Numbers for Virginia.
Yep. Lattimore alone. Todd pressing the other way, down the lane. Sidberry looking to work. Nice closeout there by Noyan.
Oh, yeah, now you talked about how physical she was.
Johnson flips it up. We have a foul. Boston College by 13 here in the second quarter. ACC preseason poll. Obviously, Virginia picked to finish 9th in the ACC after a 16-16 overall season last year, Coach.
Yeah, and you know, some surprises here in the non-conference part. You mentioned Cal, your alma mater. Georgia Tech is the only undefeated team left. See Boston College picked down there at 15, but this is going to be like college football season. There's going to be a lot of parity and a lot of competitive games and a lot of surprise outcomes.
I was going to say a lot of upsets as well. So Kimora Johnson from the line.
It's just great from the free throw line.
Johnson 5th in the conference in free throw percentage and might have broadcasted jinxed her there. She missed the second one.
Yeah, don't give yourself that much credit.
Okay, cool. You started it, so you share the blame.
Virginia man-to-man. See what Boston College does. There's a little stagger away.
Ivy off left side. And the player who's number 4 in the ACC in defensive rebounds, Latasha Lattimore, hauls that one in. She's at 5 games with 10+ rebounds. 4 in this one. That one on the floor.
Jan Tavon, nice job right there. Don't settle for the jump shot. Take it to the rim. Either get a high percentage shot or get fouled. Sometimes both.
Yeah.
She had 3 quick turnovers, hadn't been back in the lineup after that.
Free throws have been a problem for both of these squads. Tonight, the Huddle crew will have the annual Selection Sunday special, a 2-hour show that'll include breakdowns and analysis of the ACC's bowl and playoff-bound teams and their matchups. Our coverage starts at 8 Eastern on ACC Network and the ESPN app.
Virginia with a made free throw right there. Gets a chance to mix things up with a full court action.
Vaughn's first point of the game. Oh, they left Todd wide alone. You bet.
You saw it coming. Ball went inside to the block. Everybody collapsed. Teya, Todd standing out there ready for another 3-point shot. 5 for 6 now.
He's got 19 points. From the outside there, that one, Lattimore, the offensive rebound and the putback.
That's going to be big for Virginia. Scoring in the paint. Rebounding has been a big key for them.
Lattimore coming off a 10.5 rebound contest in their loss to Auburn on Thursday, 66-57. Played just over 23 minutes of play and a travel called.
And again, you get high percentage looks. If the ball goes inside and the defense collapses, look at this. And the one person that got left open, the most dangerous person on the floor so far here this afternoon.
Yeah, you said she was shooting 44% from 3. She shoots above 40% from the field as well. That's obviously going to go up here with her 19 points. That one kicks off of someone's leg. Body's hitting the floor.
Great hustle.
Stays going this direction.
Deanna Todd, you're shooting a ball like that, it's easy to get on the floor.
She's happy to do so.
She's a really good defender, too.
Yeah.
Plays the point of the press when they do press.
6 foot with good wingspan. There's a block right inside by Green, the freshman.
She's got 7 blocks and limited playing time.
Inside, offensive rebound, put back, no good. Foul on the floor.
Yeah, Brianna Hurd over the back right there. Just the 3rd foul on Virginia. So it'll be a little baseline out of bounds. Noyan going in and out. We talked to Coach Mock, said with her limited practice time that she wouldn't play extended minutes, but she would play.
So we're seeing her in some flashes here. Obviously not as much time as she would have taken before her illness, but Sidberry just lost it.
Yeah, she had the matchup down there that we talked about, Sidberry versus Lattimore. But
yeah.
Sidberry lost her balance, threw it out of bounds, and gets replaced by Kennedy Jackson coming off the bench.
You know, Sidberry has been kind of spotty shooting the rock this year too, but when she's on, she could go, you know, 8 for 9 from the field.
Yeah, and solid from 3 at 40%. Good from the free throw line at 84%.
Inside. Dunbar now Hurd, couldn't hang on to it for the rebound, going back the other way. So Tiana Todd's in that left corner right now.
Matched up against the freshman.
Yep. And she had the mismatch down on the left block there against Vaughn that she wanted. Lattimore with the steal. Averaging just about a steal per game.
What a long, athletic defender.
Another turnover. The 11th of the game for Virginia. Under 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Down low, one dribble. It's too easy. Kennedy Jackson, the graduate, with a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, Brianna Hurd was late getting back. They were guarding 4-on-5, and they finally found the open Kennedy Jackson down low, and she played through the contact, drew the foul, and made the bucket. See it right here?
And you saw Lattimore
with the reach
had to get over, but she had to come over late because Hurd wasn't covering. So Lattimore trying to make up for her teammate there, but she's versatile enough to where a lot of the time she could get there in time, maybe for a block.
She can. Riley Gray's checking in for Coach Mox here. Under 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Virginia won for their last 9 from the field, Coach. And right now, this is a pivotal time. You can't let this game slip away from you when you're trailing by 14, but still a lot of playing time left to go. But you need some sort of momentum going into the locker room in the final minute 50.
It would be really good for Virginia to have something good here happen at the end of the half. A little bit of momentum to take in the locker room. There's plenty of time left in this game. 14 points with the three-point shot, and you've got one of the best scorers in the country in Kamora Johnson on your team. That's not a problem. The problem is taking care of the basketball and getting enough stops to let your team go the other way and catch up.
From the line, Kennedy Jackson is shooting free throws at a 50% clip this season. See there, no broadcaster's jinx. Coach, can't do it.
You have to state the facts. You're good.
15-point lead for Boston College. In the corner, Dunbar. Lattimore, the offensive board. They sent a few at her, but no! She gets it up and in for a chance at a three-point play.
An outstanding rebound, then took her time, played through the contact. Good rebound, playing right there, got her on the wrist. The good finish.
Lattimore.
Great camera work right there. Showing you exactly how Lattimore has this three-point opportunity.
Lattimore now has 11 points. This is her third straight game in double figure scoring. She had 6 of them overall, Coach.
Yeah, really talented. She's gonna have to do a little better from that free throw line. Did it right there, knocked that one down for the three-point play. Only 56% on the season. She's gonna get to the free throw line a lot.
Yep. Full court press broken there by the Eagles. Lattimore actually had to sit a lot of the third quarter in their last game. She fouled out. Picked up 4 fouls early against Auburn here at John Paul Jones Arena. Catch and shoot on the turnaround, just rims out. Ball still live.
Great hustle right there by Savannah Samuel. Chase that down. Boston College with another chance.
Samuel, the entry pass stolen away by Grays. Johnson spinning. Can't connect. As she steals it right back. So sometimes it works as the trailer. Dunbar fouled.
Yeah, that was some frantic action right there. Back and forth.
Both teams now in double figures in turnovers. Coach, we've had 21 turnovers in this game, 10 for Boston College, 11 for Virginia.
Yeah, keep your head on a swivel right here. We're headed to the right. We're headed back to the left.
Isn't that
the
incumbent
freshman with the shot fake there, going to the free throw line?
Isn't that incumbent on, you know, the offense as you're pushing the ball up the floor there to yell trailer, 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 someone to let them know that Johnson's coming to try to go for the steal?
But that's, you know, that's part of this new age college basketball where there's so many newcomers. You just don't have that chemistry. You don't have that communication piece. And a lot of what we're seeing in the turnover category is for the same reason.
And that's one thing we were talking to Coach Mack about. You know, she's just looking for what consistent lineup that she can use that really can gel together.
And we talked about Coach Mack's the same situation.
Yeah.
She had a lot of injuries, illnesses.
Press breaker there works. So here comes the horns for the Eagles. Virginia's going to switch everything here. A 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ivy trying to scoop and scores it.
The veteran, the redshirt senior, with a really nice play. More momentum for the Eagles going to the locker room.
So Todd, with that hot start in the first half, starting on the bench here for the third quarter.
Coach McAbee said, I might be a little superstitious about some things.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Coach.
Bring her off that bench. She did just fine.
So Sidberry with the entry pass. Opening shot of the second is deterred from Wagner as Virginia is now off and running. Johnson.
We didn't see a lot from Dontavia Wagner on either end of the floor in that first half. Might be the best athlete on the floor.
Both teams starting with their zone here in the second half. Boston College faced the zone for pretty much their first time against Arkansas in their last contest. 2 seconds to shoot it. Another turnover.
Yeah, that's a different way to turn it over. We hadn't seen that one. We had seen a lot of different ways to turn it over. But again, Boston College's defense has been the staple.
I don't even think Lattimore knew how much time was up there left on the clock when she got past the ball.
If Boston College can get this ball inside.
Sidberry down low on Grays on that left block.
Got to penetrate that zone, either on the dribble or the pass. There's where you need it.
Pass. Wagner down low. Sidberry finishing.
That's classic attacking the zone. High post, look low. If they don't spread out to the shooters, you're going to have the high-low pass. Really nice basketball by Coach Mack's team right there.
Sidberry, 4 points. A quieter afternoon so far for the junior who led the team in scoring last year as a sophomore. Hurd, Eurostep in the lane. Back the other way, travel again. So Hurd's gotten called for a couple travels this game. Coach, is that something that the defense is throwing at her that she hasn't been able to get away with?
Yeah, playing against the zone is different. You have to know where the help is coming from. Man to man, you've got a person in front of you and you know where help side is, but zone is a little bit different. Requires a little bit of a reading of the defense, if you will, and that can be confusing for a freshman. Even a really good freshman like Brianna Hurd.
Yep.
Lattimore, such a presence at the top of that zone. Hard to look down inside.
A 15-point game, Boston College on top right now. Wagner fouled as she went up for it on the left side.
And Noyan, the block down low. And they are going to the free throw line.
Yep.
Wagner, a 68% free throw shooter. Like I said, hadn't got a lot going today. Hasn't scored, just one rebound.
Coming up at 4 on ACC Network, the start of ACC play continues at Cameron Indoor Stadium here in Durham, where number 8 Duke hosts Virginia Tech. 4 p.m. That's This could be a fun one.
We talked Duke, so good, suffocating defense at home. Virginia Tech playing better than a lot of folks thought. Had a good win at Georgia in the SEC ACC Challenge.
Vaughn from the outside. Virginia 1 for 12 from distance.
Noyon contested that rebound, at least got the ball to go off Wagner. So Virginia maintains possession with 20 on the shot clock.
Shooting 8.3% from deep this game. Lattimore. Hans was guarded well out beyond the arc there by Daley. 5 seconds. Johnson gets a shooter's roll. The entry pass ahead, just a little bit too far for Sidberry. So if you're Virginia to come back in this game, you need stop, score, stop, score, stop.
There you go, and they got both that time. The score by Johnson, then the turnover by Boston College going the other way.
Boston College's 11th turnover of the game. Vaughn floats, no.
A good look off the ball screen.
Great job by Thompson, retaining possession and putting it in.
Look at that. The little left-handed jump shot by Ja'Kayla Thompson.
Inside.
What a good play by Wagner.
Yeah, tangled up down low, off to the races. There's an easy bucket for Andrea Daley. So we'll take a break from the broadcast here. Andrea Daley gives them an 18-point lead. The Eagles up by 18 on the Who's right now, playing here in Charlottesville, Virginia, coach. And Todd has been fantastic in this game, and will check in for her first time in this second half.
Yeah, Coach Mack sticking with whatever works. Bring her off the bench in the first half. She did just fine, didn't she? 19 points on 7 out of 10 field goals.
How about that? You can put up 19 points in the first half in 16 minutes, no less, and come off the bench in the second half.
Hey, players love whatever works. Hurd had a good look out of the timeout against the zone.
Virginia 1 for 13 from deep in this game. Desperately searching for another 3-ball to fall, and that's really what's going to get them back in this game, if anything, trailing by this much. Noyan with a push there. She'll get called for a personal. So you see,
got to be aggressive on the defensive end, though. Not going to get back in this thing just shooting well.
So there's a turnover.
Johnson with a little pressure on the ball, extended away from the basket that time.
Let's see if Virginia can capitalize on that. Entry pass inside. Noyan is fouled by Sidberry.
Nice entry pass from Dunbar, the freshman.
So Noyan now getting to go to the line.
Virginia hasn't been great. We talked about that. They shoot under 70 on the year, but today 7 for 14 from the free throw line. Boston College is shooting a little better than that, but hasn't gotten there a lot. 6 for 8.
Yep. Noyan makes the first one. So obviously been in and out of the rotation so far this season.
Yeah, missed 6 games so far.
Yeah. Makes the pair there. She appeared in 28 out of 32 possible games last year as a freshman, but led the team in field goal percentage. Down low, Daley hung on to it. 7 to go. Wagner inside amongst the trees. Offensive board for the Eagles. Kick it out. Does Ivy have one in her?
Ivy's really struggling shooting the basketball. She's doing a great job of running the offense and taking care of the ball. Among the best assist to turnover ratios in the country, but has really struggled from long range.
Yeah, Ivy, 6.7 assists to 1.4 turnovers. #1 in assists in the ACC right now. Johnson with a turnover there. Off to the races, underneath. Daley couldn't finish the layup. Lattimore gives them that defensive board that they needed. Johnson. Underneath, Lattimore gets that one to go.
Very nice. Used that length, protected the basketball.
Daley on the wraparound, elbow J.
Good block out right there by Noyan. Allowed Johnson to get that defensive rebound.
Johnson has been trying to push on those transitions, Coach, but it doesn't really look like everyone's set enough for her to be pushing it.
Yeah, and Boston College has done a good job of getting back, too. Now they're headed the other way with numbers 3-on-1.
Oh, nice fake out and an even better finish.
The look off and layup by Dontavia Wagner. We talked about how quiet she's been today. At halftime, no points and 1 rebound.
And another turnover. Quite a few turnovers here for both sides. Virginia, Coach, has lost all 4 games in which they have lost the money quarter, or as most regular folk call it, the third quarter this season. Every single time they have lost the third quarter in a game, which they're losing currently 9-6, they have lost that game.
They've got a chance, though, here with 3 minutes to go.
Noyan breaks the basket wide open from deep. Up until that point, they were 1 for 13 from 3-ball range.
Welcome back, Noyan.
She shoots threes at a 43% clip. Now 1 for 2 in this game from distance. Under 3 to play in the third quarter. from the right elbow. That one's pure.
That is a place where Dontavia Wagner has improved immensely. The mid-range, that 15-foot jump shot, she is consistently good with that.
Dunbar. And it's going back the other way. Well, Virginia making up some room here. We'll see on the other side. It's V Week at ESPN when we partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. This is game-changing research that helps save lives. You can join the fight against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research. Good cause there to donate to. Well, we got 2:37 left to go here in the third quarter. A quarter that's only seen Virginia score 2 less points than Boston College, but trailing by 15 still. Coach, they kind of dug themselves in a hole.
Yeah, between turnovers and just not shooting the basketball very well, they've continued to try to play good defensively, except for they can't find Todd.
So Todd just had that one rim in and out, and then a travel going back the other direction for Virginia. So the Eagles get it back on Virginia's side of the floor.
With a new shot clock after the possession by Virginia.
So Todd immediately got a good look at it there. We'll see if they go right back to her. Inside, catch and shoot, the freshman. Drains that J.
Well, Tatum Green is an impressive freshman. Kind of fits the Boston College, prototype, if you will.
Yeah.
Long, athletic, positionless kind of player.
Yeah, I mean, she was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school, so highly touted. And able to find some time here. Johnson. Vaughn giving them a second opportunity. Wide open Johnson on the right side and left that one short. She's having some troubles from deep in this game, Coach.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job of running it at Kimura the whole game, but that time, wide open, just didn't come close.
So Boston College turns it over on the other side, and now Kimura Johnson, who is 0 for 3 from distance in this game, Coach. Very uncharacteristic for her.
Just 2 for 6 overall.
Yeah, she's a 46% shooter from 3, #1 in the ACC right now.
And again, that's Boston College's defense. They've communicated well. They've found where she was at.
Some unlucky bounces here for Virginia when it comes to shooting from deep. And they haven't scored in over 2 minutes of play now. And on their side of the floor, Coach, Virginia has 4 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes.
Kennedy Jackson trying to bank one in from outside. Virginia again trying to get a little momentum going into the quarter break. Boston College with a little man-to-man this time.
Grace hits the floor. 7 to shoot it here. Vaughn will toe the line and drill it.
On to Vaughn. Missed the first couple games this year in the concussion protocol and has played pretty well coming back. He's not had a great afternoon here today, but that was a big shot.
So the officials waved that it was a 2. We'll probably go and check that during the break. Johnson getting a steal in the corner. 1 to shoot it. She's going to heave it from half court. Off front iron. That was close. I mean, off of Virginia's 19 turnovers in the game. So the 4th quarter is upon us.
Yeah, they're number 2 in the ACC in steals.
Yep. Take inside. And Valenti Teya will go to the line as we check out those Boston College numbers in their points off of turnovers, Coach.
Yeah, it's very impressive, and today they're right on track to what they normally do. And that's just such a big part. If you're struggling on offense and can create some offense off of those turnovers, that gives you a chance to win those games where you're not knocking shots down. I like what Valenti Teya did right there. Drive it, force them to make a decision. Are they going to jump in front of you? Are they going to put you on the free throw line? They're going to let you shoot. She forced the action right there. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and she's looking to be more aggressive than in her last few games. She's scored 2 or less points in her last 4 games, Coach. So obviously, she's going to want to start trying to attack a little bit more.
She's a very good defender, good ball handler.
And she obviously finds other ways to get it done, not in the points column. Daley inside on Valenti Teya and drains it.
Wow. We haven't heard much from Daley since early in the game, but a really nice move right there.
I mean, she's 4 for 8 from the field and another steal that time.
Sidberry.
I don't know, you could credit it to Sidberry, but Wagner was right there with her.
Watch this move right here by Andrea Daley. Little step back over Noya. Very athletic move.
Daley on the left side. Jumper is pure.
Again, back to back. The Miami native.
Corner, Noyan.
Wagner with a, that's almost a steal. A loose ball, she went and got it.
She plays so aggressively on both sides of the floor, which is really indicative of this Boston College defense. They are 3rd in the ACC with 11.5 steals per game. So far in this one, they have 11. Johnson Bottom of the net.
Yeah, Ivy was a little late closing out right there. Johnson got an advantage. Took the mid-range. Has struggled from long distance like we talked about, but that was a nice mid-range jumper.
Sidberry had that one deflected by the Virginia defense and out of bounds.
Like Kimora Johnson. Got by Ivy, pulled up, didn't go too far.
Sidberry working her way around the defense. And now the Eagles will slow it down.
She's no true post player for the Eagles, but they can all handle it.
Ivy's gonna have to huck it with the left hand. Got the rebound by Wagner as she hit the rim. Now outside Ivy. And it's these offensive boards that have worked for
Wagner.
the Eagles 3 times here now. You get a fresh shot clock again, coach.
What athleticism. Wagner, she went 10 or 15 feet and dove on the floor to get that ball for her team.
Nice move by Todd. Does she float it in? No. Underneath, Sidberry got it back and rolls it in.
Coming off that double-double. Sidberry played her way back into the starting lineup.
Yeah, she had her best game of the season, 17 points, 13 rebounds in their loss against Arkansas. Vaughn misses on that 3.
And who else gets the rebound?
Yeah, your girl Wagner. Her 5th rebound of the game. Sidberry hits the deck.
A lot.
Yeah.
She plays hard.
Yeah. They're not afraid to dive for loose balls. Does she have another one?
Even that looked good.
Johnson, entry pass, Lattimore, that was pure water.
Nice job. Kimora Johnson created that one in transition. She is so good when they can get out and run. But in order to run, you've got to get stops.
Can they get one here on the defensive side? Virginia trailing by 15 with just about 6 minutes to play in regulation. Todd trapped. Kimora Johnson a steal. Johnson ahead of the pack and puts it in.
You knew if Virginia was going to get back in this thing, Kimora Johnson would have to play a huge role.
And giving her team a little bit of a yell saying, fight.
Kimora Johnson doing it on both ends just after a steal. Totally under control. What a score.
Some scores from around the ACC. Coach, obviously, the Fighting Irish absolutely crushed Syracuse. Not the best shooting game for Hannah Hidalgo. Went 9 of 22 from the field, but still turns in a double-double, 24 points and 10 rebounds.
Hidalgo and Miles, maybe the best backcourt in the country. SMU, welcome to the ACC. And Teya Latson, take a look at that. And then the game coming up with Virginia Tech at Cameron.
Duke #2 right now. It's one of the best rankings they've had in a long time. Sidberry running now. Lattimore recovers.
It's hard to press Boston College when they literally have 5 ball handlers out there almost all the time.
So Virginia cut the deficit to 13.
A little 8-6 lead in this quarter.
There's another walk from Daley, up from Miami, Florida.
Boston College with 18 turnovers of their own.
So we've seen 38 total turnovers in this ball game. Obviously, a lot of ACC play left to go, but not the way you want to start conference play, Coach, necessarily.
No, but one of these teams is going to be very happy when they leave here this afternoon, and they're going to have that opening win and stop a 3-game losing skid.
Yep.
Remains to be seen which one it'll be.
So Vaughn hits it there. Do style points count in basketball?
No, not a lick.
So there was another turnover there for the Cavaliers. Spinning inside, up with the left hand. Nene Njai getting back on the boards.
She was not getting a lot of time until these last couple games when she had her first start against Arkansas and again here this afternoon, but it's a good-looking athlete with a really nice spin move that time.
Virginia looking to go back to Lattimore, banking it home.
Lattimore said, I got you on this end, Nene.
Lattimore 3 for 5 in their last contest.
Lattimore a rebound away from a double-double.
Yep. So here's the sharpshooter Todd, who's 5 for 8 from 3 in this game. A hesitation step move inside, and it was off her own knee.
Yeah, good job to help side, getting a hand on the ball right there.
4.5 to play in regulation.
Todd thought there was some contact, but.
So Odessa Noyan will check back in for Riley Grace.
See what Virginia can dial up, get a good-looking shot. Instead,
Noyan turns it over.
Trying to
Other
go
way.
low.
The no-look pass inside.
Turnovers lead to high percentage looks, and that's why Boston College has a 15-point lead.
Todd is 21. Other side, that one sunk.
Nice job of finding the opening right there by Kimora Johnson. Starting to heat up here a little bit toward the end of the game.
This has happened in back-to-back games now. Fourth quarter, always led by Kimora Johnson. She's got 11 in the game.
Yeah, she personally led a comeback against Auburn.
Yeah.
Thursday
7
night.
to shoot it. Inside, and they just let her go all the way into the rack. Dontavia Wagner finishing strong.
I don't think they let her go. I think she made that happen with the explosion off the dribble.
Johnson from deep. Vaughn, good ball movement. Lattimore.
Nice share in the basketball right there.
Back to a 13-point deficit. Lattimore having a great game so far. Like you said, Coach, 1 rebound away from a double-double. Noyan might have gotten away with one there. Sidberry hit the deck.
She's hit the deck a lot. She plays so hard and played through the contact that time. There was a lot of contact, but she finished.
Sidberry with 8. Noyan left wide open. Foul on Lattimore. Over the back on the rebound. Coming up later, We've got a fantastic men's basketball game on deck for you on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Freshman phenom Cooper Flagg leads number 9 Duke against Chucky Hepburn, and 5-3 Louisville. Our coverage tips at 6 Eastern from the KFC Yum Center.
That'll be interesting. Pat Kelsey's got Louisville playing hard. I don't know how well they play all the time, but if you play for Pat Kelsey, you're going to play hard.
So someone we haven't called in a while, Brianna Hurd,
made a nice play right there defensively.
Gets a steal and then gets fouled.
Yeah, if things are not going well offensively, play defense, rebound the basketball. You'll get your offense going. She's too good a player to be in a slump for very long.
Hurd has only played 7 minutes this half, Coach. So Coach Mock's going with a little bit of a different lineup here in the second half, but chooses to bring in that freshman, Vaughn. Hurd pulling in the rebound.
Like that a lot. Yeah, like that a lot if you're a Virginia fan.
Lattimore banging with the big fellas.
She's had a really good game. Glad we talked about her at the top.
She's got 21 points. That's a season high.
9 rebounds. She has been a presence. We talked about her defensive presence. Today, she has certainly been an offensive presence.
Well, she probably heard us talking about her defense and said, wait a sec, I'm also a legit scorer as well.
Yes.
I'm only going to miss 2 shots in this game. She's 10 for 21, or 10 for 12 from the field.
Yes,
3.
ma'am.
No. So the defensive intensity here for Virginia turning up a little bit as they trail by 13, Coach.
Yeah, they've given good effort on the defensive end.
One must wonder, though, if it's just too little too late with just $1:30 to go in the fourth. Lattimore spinning into the lane and is fouled.
Yeah, 2 things you got to do right here. You've got to look for threes, and when you don't, you've got to attack the rim and try to score with the clock stopped.
Lattimore has only shot 1 free throw so far this afternoon.
Yep, 1 for 1.
Yep. Shoots free throws at 56%. That one goes in. Tonight, the Huddle Crew will have the annual Selection Sunday Special, a 2-hour show that'll include breakdowns and analysis of the ACC's bowl and playoff-bound teams and their matchups. Our coverage starts at 8 Eastern on ACC Network and the ESPN app.
2 ACC teams in the college football playoff, SMU and Clemson.
That drops out Alabama.
Good news for the ACC.
Yeah. A lot of people thought they should have had Miami in there as well, as Todd didn't like what she saw from the defense and called a timeout. So 1.5 minutes left to go, Coach. If you're Virginia, you now trail by 11. Like we were saying earlier in the game, you need to stop on the defensive side of the floor at some point, and a couple at that.
Yeah, and you have to score with the clock stopped, or you're going to have to shoot threes, or some combination thereof. And at some point, you may have to start putting Boston College on the free throw line, where they're pretty darn good at 73% as a team.
So one thing that Virginia has done in their last few games is they haven't really done a great job of sharing the rock, right? 10 assists per game in their last 3 games, contributing to, you know, those 3 losses. So far in this game, only 12 assists, Coach.
Yeah, and it's tough, though. But, you know, 12 assists, you know, makes it seem like you're not sharing the basketball.
Yeah.
But they're also just not making many shots.
Yeah, they're shooting 9% from 3 right now. Lattimore got a hand on it, and it goes out off of her last. A little too out of the reach for Yonta Vaughn. So Todd is out now, choosing to go with Green, the freshman.
Yeah, Virginia 2 for 22 from 3. You would think from that, you better be attacking the rim off the dribble.
Well, Virginia's got 34 points in the paint this game, Coach.
Yeah, good hustle right there. Hurd again.
Hurd in a little discomfort.
And they're going to look at see who that ball went out of bounds off of.
An important call coming up here. We'll listen in.
The out-of-bounds play is under review.
Hurd's made some plays here lately. We've seen her on the defensive end. We've seen her rebound. We've seen her try to get a steal right there on the press. Shot's not going in. She hasn't stopped playing hard.
Yeah, I mean, the McDonald's All-American nominee coming out of high school, comes in, starts off hot this season, and then going through a little bit of what one might call a slump in the last couple of games. But let's take a look. What are you seeing here, Coach? Ooh, that's tough.
It's a lot of hands in there. And
yeah.
Tough to see.
Yeah, that could go either way.
Yeah.
So obviously Hurd outreach there.
I thought they called it off of Hurd to start with.
Yeah. This might be a more definitive look now. Hurd and Sidberry going for it.
Out-of-bounds play is confirmed. Gray ball. The shot clock will reset to 28.
Yeah, that time you could see Hurd. Great camera work. Great hustle. Great camera work. You could see Hurd change the direction of the ball.
Eagles remain in possession, but you know, Lattimore guarding these inbounds, Coach, she does such a great job of deterring that inbounds throw. They just have to get it away from her.
The veteran point guard got open to get the ball.
So now
only the third foul on Virginia, so they can be very, very aggressive. Of course, that could come back to haunt them here if they get close enough where fouls stopping the clock can be a factor.
Virginia's got one more foul to give, trailing by 11.
Yeah, that was good.
There it was.
Yeah. Kimora Johnson is protesting, but really that's a good foul.
One more foul on Virginia. Boston College is in the bonus the rest of the way. 1:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Sidberry. And now the Eagles are just going to try to burn as much time off the clock as they can.
They definitely
Long
will.
possessions here.
Not in any hurry at all.
Graves with the foul.
That'll send Sidberry to the free throw line where she is very good, 84% on the year.
Sidberry went 2 for 2 in their loss against Arkansas. Transferred over from Utah, where she helped the Utes win a Pac-12 title and got them to a Sweet 16 appearance. Coach Mack came out and recruited her for her sophomore season last year, where she averaged 13.6 points per game and a team-high 6.7 in rebounds. As now Boston College has taken back up to a 13-point lead, and you would think Virginia would want to go a little bit faster here, Coach.
Yeah, they need to push it up much quicker than that.
Hurd and the block up front there by Green. That was freshman on freshman block action.
Good to have the ball in Sidberry's hands.
Sidberry inside, got the mismatch, and took Vaughn to church.
Game clock is under review.
There you go. They caught something very quickly right there. Sidberry with a nice one-on-one move, like you mentioned, had the mismatch, used her size, got all the way to the rim, and put the lead back out to 15 with under 40 seconds to go.
Take a look at the replay here, Coach.
Yeah, mismatch against Yonta Vaughn.
The game clock will be reset to 39.5.
So it obviously stops
They were
on
all
the
over
make.
that. They were all over that. Got it exactly right. But now 15 points, Virginia has to push it. Obviously, they get it to advance it right here. So they get to advance the basketball. So they'll be in the foot, but they've got to attack very quickly, score, or get to the free throw line, or both, and foul immediately.
So this is the 28th matchup between Virginia and Boston College. The Eagles' lone win in Charlottesville came back in 2011, Coach. A series that dates back to 1983.
Yeah, they dominated. Virginia has dominated this series, but not so much this afternoon. Boston College came in here. They struggled last year, like you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, on the road. They've been struggling this year on the road. What do? You've got to break that somehow. You've got to gain that confidence that you can go into a hostile environment and win. And they've done it in a big way here this afternoon for Coach Mack.
Well, yeah, they were 2-10 last year on the road. This year so far, 1-2 away, 1-2 at neutral sites, which we all know is pretty much like a road game. It's not like you're playing in front of your home crowd.
Yeah.
Yes, the other team is not playing in front of their home crowd either, but it's not your home floor, right? So they've just had troubles on the road, but this has got to be rewarding for Coach Mack and her squad. Virginia with 35 seconds left.
Yeah, and even attacking here late, Boston College's defense is just so good.
That one's swatted away by Green. That's the second possession in a row that she's gotten a block on Brianna Hurd.
The freshman is maturing quickly.
Shot clock is off. Game clock is at 13.
Yeah, Virginia just playing this one out. Too big a deficit to overcome.
So they went down in that first quarter, 22-17, and then Boston College never looked back. And actually, they scored the same amount of points there in the fourth quarter, but Boston College is going to snap a 3-game losing streak and win their first game here in ACC play, Coach.
Yeah, Teya